Good morning. Um, let's see. Today I am doing a Helix eyeliner, which I learned to do from the channel Glam and Gore. I've already lined my upper waterline, so now I'm just going to go in and make a big wing. I want it to be big enough for the Helix to wrap around. And this is, I hate doing my wings on camera, I feel like I'm going to mess up. It's a good first line. I'm going to pick this up and totally block my face now. That tiny no was because I messed up my line. That's okay though, I can go in and fix it. No problem. I just, get grumpy when you mess up your own lines. We are listening to Disney music this morning. This is from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And again, the part I hate, getting these sides to match. Now, since I have hooded lids, I try to make the part, along the lash line as thin as I can make it, especially when I'm first drawing it on. Like, I can go back and thicken it up, but you can't really go back and thin it out. I mean, you can, but it can get kind of messy when you're trying to clean it up that way. Alright, so now I'm going back in. You can see, quite big and thin. Going back in, and I'm going to clean up kind of the parts I messed up just by wetting a Q-tip and very, very gently. And sometimes you just kind of gotta go back and forth just a little bit. Alright, now I'm taking Vivid Brights in Vivid Violet. And what you're going to do is you're going to start it also at the corner of the lash line, like right here at the corner of your eye. And then kind of you're going to make several S's. Now you have kind of a choice. You can either try and draw the helix wrapping around, like doing one over, one under, like one in front and one behind. Or you can just draw a squiggle and then go in later with the black eyeliner and like cover parts of it. The person I got this look from has a tutorial. I will link it just so you don't have to try and figure out what I'm saying. So. And if you decide to do it drawing the under and over, on your own, you can of course go back in later and fix it if you need to. There's nothing wrong with doing a little bit of both. Just do whatever's going to work best for you. And I like to do what Mikey does in the tutorial that she put out by making the squiggles giving them body, like a shape. That way is also like a little bit more forgiving when you're drawing the lines. It's best to do the end when you're kind of running out of product on your brush. That way it will look thinner, and you don't have to worry so much about like blobbing. Alright, so my two sides are not the same shape. If you can see, this one kind of starts earlier than this one does. And again, since I have hooded eyes, it kind of cuts off the effect a little bit, but that's okay, because it's partially just about having fun. So, yeah. So that's all I'm really doing for this. Now, I hate it when people do that. Look, it's Dora. Dora, smile, you're on candid camera. She doesn't care. Okay, so now I'm just going to put on mascara and do my brows and put on my highlight. Right now I'm using a kind of like short bristled mascara brush. I find that these are the best for length. I don't know what it's called because the label has rubbed off by now. Love is wonderful. May we? And since I'm a 2 coats of mascara kind of girl, I'm using this one again, which I've used in another video that the butterfly, the I can never say this right. The Butterfly Sculpt by Voluminous. I guess I always expected to say the butterfly effect, which it doesn't, but it should, because, I mean, that's essentially what it is. And I don't like to do too much with this one, just because the way the applicator works can make it look very clumpy. I try to avoid that by doing a few long strokes, and try not to like get too much product on my lashes at once. Yeah, so that's good. I am going to do purple brows today. Should I do purple brows? No, I'm gonna do green brows. I like to do green brows just because I do have green in my hair, but not as much as the purple. And when I use purple on my eyes, sometimes it's fun to switch it up and do green on my brows, just to get some variety in there. I don't want to go too purple heavy, but sometimes I worry that it looks weird if I have two different colors. Like, it can look kind of chaotic. So, you know, I make a decision as I go. I mean, it wouldn't be a problem to have them always be purple, because that's, you know, my hair color, and your brows usually match your hair. But like I said, I like to switch it up a little bit. Not being too precise as per usual. Just filling in. And like I've said before, excuse me. Ah, she's got me by the hair. Excuse me. Oh, jeez. We're cute, huh? Right, okay, so final touches. Really, the eyebrow pencil doesn't do very much. I mean, there's a little bit of pigment, but like, for the most part, it's the eyeshadow afterwards that makes the big difference. Excuse me, get down, please. Where's my eyeshadow? Gee, that's like the third time I've done that. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to scare you. Okay. So I'm using this palette that I got from the drugstore, and I'm taking the green shade. I'm actually going to start with the lightest green. It's kind of a slime lime green color. And I'm going to concentrate that on the outer corner first. I usually do this because I'm not always sure how it's going to turn out. I do like the brows to be lighter because my hair is not a dark green, it's kind of a light green to darkish green gradient, and so since the pencil that I have is quite dark, I like to kind of counteract the darkness with a little bit of kind of lime green. I'm actually deciding right now that I'm not going to use anything but the lime green, just lime green all over the brow, to try and lighten it up. And if you're doing this, it's okay if at first your brows look a little bit chalky, because I'm going to go in later and smooth it out with this funky friend. It's an eyebrow brush. Densely packed bristles to kind of really comb out and make the eyebrow look a little smoother and more manicured. For those of you who like very little brow upkeep, don't like that responsibility, I'm with you. Trying to get that color in there. Try not to leave any like patches where it doesn't look as green or where it looks like you don't have anything on there. All done. You can't really see it. Now I look tan. How does that happen? Okay. Yeah, you can't really see it. But that's okay. I'm telling you that they're green and you can just believe me. So, all done. And now I'm just gonna do my highlight. If you watched my other makeup video, then you saw that I like to highlight with just straight up fucking glitter. I'm using Lit. Again, can't really see it. It's called Lit. It's from Sephora. It's in the color Addicted. It's like a bronzy. I'm trying to make it show up. You can kind of see it. It's dark. It's darker than my skin, but it's still kind of like a light bronzy color. I try to pick up like just a little bit on the brush and go around the eye area, trying not to allow it to clump up. And if you can see too much pigment, you can just squish it out with your finger. Makeup can be quite forgiving if you give it the chance. Especially, people don't say this very often about glitter, but especially glitter. I mean, sure, it'll stick to you, and you can't really go back on your decision to wear it without washing your face, but it's still, you can just kind of smudge it around and lighten the look. It's kind of funny, I can see this, but you can't, haha. I actually have green in my hairline because of another look that I was trying out, just kind of looking at, but I couldn't really completely get it out of my hairline, so now it's just kind of hanging out in there. I'm really not digging this white balance right now. Oh, that worked. Nice. Don't know. Is it reverting? I can't tell. That's fine. It's better than it was. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it was better. Okay. And then I'm also taking NYX's Glitter Pot in Ice, which is just the white color. Very little dot starting up here. I usually pat with this one because it's a chunkier glitter and I don't want it to clump up if I can help it. And my technique with this one usually is just to kind of turn it upside down and pat it, like tap it out, so that the product gets inside the lid as well as like in here. And I usually pick up from the lid because you're less likely to get a whole bunch that you can't utilize well. You got just a little bit more control. Just a little bit. I mean, still, if you dip your brush in there, you're going to get a lot of product because that's how glitter works. And almost done. Pat, 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 pat. I'm very extra with glitter. I love glitter. It's so nice. I like to have a glittery face and a glittery personality. All done. And now I'm just going to put in some earrings. Let's see, what do we want to do today? I'm going to do owls. I actually have my ears pierced twice, but I haven't been wearing a second pair because the ones that I have are really cheap. And they started to turn my ears green, so I took them out. I need to buy a new pair of studs. There we go. All done. Thank you for watching, and bye.